OWEB 101, How Grants Work. OWEB's grants are investments in restoration and conservation that improve Oregon's diverse watersheds, communities, and economies for future generations. So, who are these investors? Much of the funds for OWEB's granting comes from the Oregon Lottery. In fact, 7.5% of Oregon Lottery revenue goes toward agencies for natural resource work, including OWEB's grants for wildlife habitat and watershed restoration. OWEB grant funds also come from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, as Federal Pacific Salmon Recovery Fund. Additional funding comes from salmon license plate revenue, as well as state general funds for responsive grant programs, such as drought relief and post-fire recovery. In addition to OWEB grant funds, OWEB grantees leverage match funds from other state and federal agencies, local communities, and private organizations, which brings millions of dollars into Oregon. Grants are good news for local communities and economies. Did you know that for every restoration grant dollar, about $1.90 to $2.40 goes back into the community? For every capacity grant dollar invested, about $5.09 goes back into the community. Grants also help to create local jobs. Every $1 million invested in grants creates between 15 and 24 jobs. Who is eligible to apply for an OWEB grant? Grant applicants must be one of the following legal entities: a tribe, watershed council, soil and water conservation district, nonprofit organization, school, community college, institution of higher education, or a political subdivision of Oregon that is not a state agency. State agencies may apply as a co-applicant with one of these legal entities. Individuals may not apply. When can these entities apply? OWEB grants are offered at various times throughout the year. These are called grant cycles. Check the OWEB website to find out about timing of a grant cycle. What is the process to apply for an OWEB grant? Even though there are many different types of grants, the process remains basically the same for each one. Grant types are announced during a window of time when they are available to receive applications. Applications are submitted online and reviewed by OWEB staff who provide assistance to applicants. Next, applications are reviewed and evaluated by review teams. The review teams are made up of volunteers from other agencies who provide a wide range of knowledge and technical expertise. Many times, a site visit is also involved to clarify information about the project. Review teams meet to discuss each application and prioritize projects for funding. OWEB staff present the ranked applications to the OWEB board at one of the 4 yearly board meetings. For most grants, the OWEB board makes the final funding decisions based on rankings and availability of funding. Some grant types, such as drought relief and fire recovery, are awarded by the OWEB executive director. Note that not all projects recommended by the review teams can be funded. OWEB's grant programs are competitive. OWEB typically can fund a little more than half of the applications received. After grants are awarded, OWEB staff work with grantees to make sure all of the grant details are clarified before a grant agreement is signed. OWEB staff work closely with grantees throughout the project to monitor and track progress and outcomes and ensure the accountability of public funds. Thank you for watching. To find out more about the different types of OWEB grants, watch the Grant Types Overview video. Please feel free to reach out to OWEB staff with any questions.